Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in. So you guys, as you know, we were watching a docu-series. The docu-series has came on. A lot of people have already watched it, but I wanted to specifically talk about the last docu-series. It was only about Diddy's ex, Phil Pines. So if y'all don't know, Phil Pines was Diddy's ex-assistant. He was made to do a lot of things, probably unbeknown to him, or probably even against what he believed in. But he was made to do a lot of, like, some crazy stuff, right? But he also mentioned that he was going to the grand jury. He had already been, I'm sorry, he had already been to the grand jury. So with this being said, because he was doing a lot of things, per Diddy and KK's, guidance and his job, saying, hey, you need to do this. Hey, you need to do that. Y'all, I believe, this is just my, opinion. When he went to the grand jury, was he made a deal with the feds to get off on some of the things that he probably could have been charged with? I believe so. Yo, I want to play this little piece in reference to what happened and what was being said. So let's go ahead and play it.
Combs speaking out in a new interview with new allegations about wild parties and drug use. Eva Pilgrim is here with the story. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Michael. At this point, we've all probably heard about these infamous parties. Diddy's assistant now giving us details about what he says were called Wild King Nights.
And you guys, the Wild King Nights are something, I guess not something. They were, I guess it sounded like the same thing as the freak-offs, but they were called Wild King Nights. As you know, everybody knows it as the freak-off. So this Wild King Nights is something new to probably a lot of us. So let's continue to listen, you guys.
It's official. I survived what I've been through.
This morning, new details allegedly inside Diddy's world before his shocking arrest. The entertainment mogul now behind bars for federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges.
It was a circus. He did whatever he wanted. And we were just at his disposal.
Phil Pines was Diddy's senior executive assistant from 2019 to 2021. He says his then boss asked him to purchase supplies for parties dubbed Wild King Nights.
We usually had a laundry list of items that included lights, alcohol, marijuana, ketamine.
Wow. So it entailed a lot, as you heard him say, right? It entailed a lot of things that were at these parties. But y'all, let's continue to listen.
Requests started to become more frequent.
Pines claims many of these parties involved younger women.
A lot of times you have him with a younger female.
And y'all, we know that we heard that Diddy, was known to be, having these young girls. And I say that because a lot of these young girls, these young women, they have not really experienced a lot. Because, y'all, if there was somebody that was his age and he was trying to do what he did, to the younger, the older woman would have been like, oh, no, absolutely, Diddy, you're not doing that. This is not what we're doing, right? But, y'all, let's continue.
Power dynamic there. A more impressionable girl is easier to reel in. Consent is between the people that are engaging, and I wasn't there in these situations to understand the consent.
The new interview, part of Investigation Discovery's docuseries, The Fall of Diddy.
My job is to shield his private life.
Y'all, he was there to shield his private life. This Phil Pines, he was used to protect Diddy's private life on what he was doing. Diddy didn't want him, him and nobody else to reveal what he was really doing, right? To have these, the Wild King parties or whatever they were called. We know, like I said, we all know him as the freak-offs, but he was responsible. Like he said, if he was like having a meeting or anything like that, he makes sure that he was able to like hide that, that video footage of whatever was being recorded at the Wild King parties, as he calls it.
From the public.
Pines even sharing audio he says is of Diddy telling Pines to bring him various substances during those Wild King nights.
Wow.
So I need some Cialis. Give me 20 Xanax, please. Hey, Phil, I need a plan.
Cialis, Xanax, and then the plan B. If y'all don't know what a plan B is basically a pill that a woman takes to, stop and prevent, the baby, to try to get rid of the baby if there's a baby possibly, made. But y'all, was he using the plan B? Because evidently he wasn't using the condoms, y'all. Because a lot of the times they say they were. I mean, I heard people say that were using condoms. But at this time, was he not? I mean, if he's saying he needed a plan B. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. Let's continue, you guys.
I remember hearing the words, "Prove your loyalty to me, King." He grabbed me by the shoulders, pushed me to a girl that was on the couch.
The alleged parties similar to the...
He grabbed him by the shoulders and pushed him on the couch so he can have sex with a female. Y'all, I wonder if this female was one of the ones that was underage. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm not trying to spread any rumors or anything like that. But what if that was a underager? Little in numbers, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I'm just wondering, because he said that this was a very memorable time, when he was here doing this with Diddy during these certain times. He said one of the times was very memorable, like an unforgettable moment. I don't know, y'all. Let's continue and see.
The infamous freak-offs detailed in the federal charges against the star, where women were allegedly forced to perform sexual acts with Combs and others, often under the influence of drugs.
In the moment, it just...
Okay, y'all, when somebody is in the influence, they are not legally in their right mind, I believe, to consent to anything. I mean, I may be wrong, but I believe when somebody is under the influence, they can't consent to anything. I mean, y'all let me know. Leave a comment in the comment box, but let's continue.
Just felt like, what? Like, is this fun for him? Is this a test?
Pines bringing a lawsuit to Combs back in December, accusing him of sexual battery and harassment.
And y'all, I don't even remember Phil Pines dropping a lawsuit. Was that lawsuit held in private or held not to be released to the public? Because I remember Diddy, we all know Diddy had 11 lawsuits coming down the pipelines, but I don't remember another male besides Little Rodney, besides the two inmates that are in prison right now. I don't remember a male other than those ones filing a lawsuit. So, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if there was some kind of deal with the grand jury, because he said he went to the grand jury that, a grand jury agreement, a federal, plea deal or some kind of deal or whatever with, Phil and the feds. I mean, I don't know, because some of the stuff he did, we know that, it was more than likely, illegal, to do some of the stuff that Diddy made him do. But y'all, let's continue.
Diddy has pleaded not guilty to all charges. His attorneys releasing a statement saying, no matter how many lawsuits are filed, it won't change the fact that Mr. Combs has never sexually assaulted or sex trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor.
And y'all, we know Diddy, he is innocent until proven guilty. Okay, respectfully so. But at the same time, the things that were done, I mean, the way he the way Phil was sounding, like, of course, that some of these charges that he's charged with are valid and true. According to, his statement and what he said. I mean, that's just my take on it. But y'all, I'm not going to keep you guys. Y'all, we are going to hopefully go live later on, me and Celebrity Scandalous, because we are going to do a kind of like a wrap up of the docu-series later on. So y'all, lead with love, peace, and tranquility as always. And y'all, we will see you in the next video. Bye.